Kylie Jenner has been quiet after this damaging admission. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. Millions of dollars on private jet rides and huge spending sprees on things she can't actually afford. Here's how Kylie Jenner was exposed for her crazy spending and why the reality TV star has been quiet after the admissions. But before we jump, hit that like and subscribe button to be notified and updated on the latest Hollywood drama and scandals. It's safe to say that almost everyone knows who Kylie Jenner is. Apart from being a reality TV star and influencer, Kylie is also infamous in the beauty world. Ever since founding and launching Kylie Cosmetics back in 2015, the younger Jenner sister has been the face of success and wealth. Because in 2018, Kylie Jenner graced the cover of Forbes magazine as the youngest self-made billionaire. At just 21, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star became one of the most successful businesswomen in all of America. But Kylie's coveted title and status didn't last for too long, because 2 years later, Forbes magazine exposed the Jenner sister for lying about her income. In 2020, 2 years after the original cover story was released, Forbes published an expose article all about how Kris Jenner and Kylie fabricated the overall value and worth of Kylie Cosmetics. According to the articles, the Jenner ladies were obsessed with the idea of Stormi's mom being a billionaire at 21. And that's why the finance publication thinks Kris Jenner faked tax return documents and lied about Kylie's actual net worth and income. And they have the makeup conglomerate Coty as their primary example and reference. In 2019, after Kylie was named the youngest self-made billionaire, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians star sold 51% of her company shares to Coty, meaning that the bulk of Kylie Cosmetics was now in the hands of a billion-dollar conglomerate, and Kylie no longer owned the majority of her makeup brand. When this decision was made, Kylie sold 51% of her company for $600 million, meaning that the entire Kylie Cosmetics brand would be worth around $1.2 billion. And that's what Forbes thought as well. That is, until a few discrepancies were found within the documents provided by the reality TV family. The magazine publication explains how the expected revenues of the company simply did not match the numbers Kris Jenner had handed over. Forbes claims the Jenners initially told Forbes that the trust holds money Kylie Jenner earned before she turned 18 and that Kylie is its beneficiary. But the trust appears to have been created well after Kylie turned 18, and the Jenners declined to offer any proof to back up their claims. Given the lack of clarity and the history of lies, we're erring on the side of caution and assuming that the trust belongs to Kris Jenner. That means Kylie Jenner owns an estimated 44.1% of Kylie Cosmetics rather than 49%. Forbes continued, Kylie's business quietly fell by more than half in a single year. If so, Coty paid up for a high-growth brand that's actually a much smaller business than it was just a few years ago. Data from e-commerce firm Rakuten, which tracks a select number of receipts, suggests there was a 62% decline in Kylie's online sales between 2016 and 2018. If so, why would Coty buy it? More likely, the business was never that big to begin with, and the Jenners have lied about it every year since 2016, including having their accountant draft tax returns with false numbers to help juice Forbes' estimates of Kylie's earnings and net worth. While we can't prove that those documents were fake, though it's likely, it's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying. It didn't take Kylie's PR team too long to refute Forbes' claims and expose article. The official team behind the Jenner shared, following publication of this story, representatives of Kylie and Kris Jenner sent a letter to Forbes denying that Kylie has lied or that the tax return the Jenners sent us contained false numbers. The accusations that the Jenners and/or their accountants falsified tax returns and then lied about their 2016 revenues for the last 4 years are absolutely false. But even though Kylie's PR team quickly denied Forbes' claims, the reality TV star still took to her social media platforms to clear the air. Stormi's mom tweeted, "What am I even waking up to? I thought this was a reputable site. All I see are a number of inaccurate statements and unproven assumptions. LOL. I've never asked for any title or tried to lie my way there ever. Period. I can name a list of 100 things more important right now than fixating on how much money I have." But even with a formal statement and an explanation from Kylie Jenner herself, the public still had trouble believing the CEO was an actual billionaire. It's still speculated that Kai and her mother's PR team fabricated some documents to make it seem like Stormi's mom was worth more. And while that may seem very odd and unbelievable to most, a few sources have come forward with their information, confirming Kylie's actual status, because, according to these sources, Stormi's mom is obsessed with spending her millions, especially on things she doesn't need. In the summer of 2020, numerous sources have admitted how the youngest Kardashian Jenner sister is known for blowing millions on her luxurious lifestyle. According to Page 6 and The Mirror, Kylie Jenner is spending her fortune at a very fast pace. One close Kardashian pal claims that before the 2020 pandemic hit, the makeup mogul spent an estimated $50 million to $70 million on a Global Express jet that she had fitted out in the theme of daughter Stormi's birthday this past February. The source continued to add how Kylie's crazy spending habits have worried her older Kardashian Jenner siblings. Kylie's sisters are concerned about her spending. She's likely spent over $130 million in the past year. But that's not all the insiders had to spill, because sources were also quick to confirm that as the shocking Forbes article came to light, Kylie Jenner became very distant with her mom, Kris Jenner. Those who have been keeping up with the Kardashians for a few years may remember that the momager, Kris Jenner, is the manager of most of her children. She gets 10% of what her children make, which is why Kris has been called out for trying to stir up drama as a way to make more money. It looks like Kylie has had enough of her mother's ways as well. Sources shared, Kris, who reportedly gets 10% of Kylie's deals, is in panic mode. Kylie won't answer the phone to Kris and's at a loss over who to trust. Kris is petrified Kylie could sack her or cut her off, so tensions are at an all-time high. And while the tensions in the Kardashian-Jenner household have been kept under wraps, we can't help but wonder if Kylie's crazy spending habits were the reason why she was kicked out of the exclusive billionaire club. But what do you think? Do you believe Forbes magazine's article claiming Kylie Jenner lied about her income? Do you think Stormi's mom spends way too much money? Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications and share this video with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.